Hello all of you bird types and flying types. I'm pretty sure bird type was actually a thing at one point. As usual, no legendaries and all that crap, and no Pokemon outside of the ones introduced in this generation, and all that crap. A long-necked dinosaur that can fly you around and feed you bananas. This is one of the best designed Pokemon ever in my opinion, and I use it a fair amount just because of that. Though I do find myself having struggles getting much use out of this thing in battle, it is worth it just to have a Pokemon that can fly me around. I have used Sceptile before, or at least Treecko, but it would have been so long ago and wasn't my first starter choice of this set of three that I can't really remember it. With a very sleek and cool design, I could easily understand Sceptile being someone's favourite Pokemon of all time, without me even having to ask why. Also, I love this shade of green, so I'm biased. I think this Pokemon is most well known for taking down Darkrai in the anime, which, yeah, that is pretty cool. This gen has a ton of great grass types though in my opinion, so it's the starter I use the least, along with me often using grass the least in general of the starter options. In second place of the starters for me, I have used Blaziken a good amount, but I don't think I've ever beaten a Hoenn playthrough with it. I kind of get far into it and just stop playing because it happens to be around the time a new game I want to play comes out. If I get to play through an entire game with it, it's gonna be my favourite starter in this gen. It just is. I know that because I like the design and typing the most. Yes, I like firefighting the most. Sue me. Do not sue me, I'm not dealing with that crap. I just need to get some more sentimental value out of this Pokemon, and when it becomes my champion destroyer, that's when it'll climb up this ranking. My first ever starter Pokemon, so even though I think design-wise this gen is ridiculously close, I have more personal attachment to Swampert than the other two. I love the typing, same as Quagsire, and with the amount of water Hoenn has, it always makes sense for me to pick a Pokemon that I can surf on for most of the game. This region tends to get a bit of crap for not having great fire type options outside of Blaziken, while Camerupt is 4 times weak to water, the most common type. Chances are I never put my fire type against a water type anyway. This is a damn fluffy fire camel with volcanoes on its damn back. That's cool, I want to cuddle this big beast. Probably the ugliest on this list. That does not mean the worst designed, because I think this big ape's lazy ass is very well designed. This thing obliterates anything and everything, and sure it has a crappy ability that makes it take a break every other turn, but give this thing Hyper Beam in Gen 3, or Giga Impact in the Gen 6 Hoenn remakes, and it's unlikely the other Pokemon will survive the hit, unless it resists it. I always struggle in Pokemon games because I rarely use an electric type, so Gyarados is always a nightmare to take down. Manectric is so important as a Pokemon for me to use in this generation, with the amount of water types, but Gyarados and Tentacruel mean I can't just use a grass type. Also, I love dogs. I love tortoises, and fire type is probably one of my favourite types. This is the perfect combination of those two things, even if it results in this poor thing sounding like it's a chain smoker. I honestly don't have that much to say about this defensive tank other than that it's just very well crafted. That said, there's 2 Pokemon I like more. This thing is just an absolute beast, and I used to think it was a pseudo-legendary because of it. And I'm glad you can catch its first form very early on, as it doesn't feel like something you'd find in your early adventure at all, because it feels pseudo-legendary to me. Before we get to number 1, first some honourable mentions. Dumb Pokemon, but I kind of like it for that. Mirabee is one of the big reasons I like this Pokemon so much. Unfortunately, this Pokemon's type overlaps with 2 starter types, one being the most common type in Pokemon, the other being a type that gets a ton of great Pokemon of it in this generation in particular. So, yeah, I haven't really had a chance to use it that much. Not a Pokemon I have used, but a Pokemon I have always wanted to use. I plan to use this when I replay through the Gen 3 remakes, so Gen 6 games in Hoenn. God damn, do I hate how hard Pokemon makes this stuff sometimes to talk about. While I have technically never used Flygon before, I am playing through Gen 5, specifically Black 2, and have a Vibrava, and Flygon is something I'm very much looking forward to there. My favourite starter Pokemon that isn't a starter Pokemon. Seriously, I feel like this thing could replace a starter, and I wouldn't care. I never hear anyone talk about this Pokemon, but I love it so much. I'm not even a big Walrus fan, but this Pokemon and all its blubber has my heart, along with Speel. But I'm just putting Walrein in the slot to not annoy as many people as I might have done with the whole Sandshrew Sandslash thing. I'm probably showing how affectionate I am here, and it's giving me a weak spot. But this is another Pokemon I would love to hug, even if it'd make me a bit cold. I'd love to hang out with this beast, share snacks, and ride on its back in the ocean, taking on the Pokemon world. Anyways, that's all for this video anyways. Let me know your favourite Pokemon from this gen in the comments, and why. The why is important to me. Until next time, bye I guess.